Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Rapid Growth Universe 6 edition of the IDBH event, otherwise known as the Infinite Dragon Ball History. It is a very interesting event. Usually now I would say probably for the most part a simple event. I don't think Infinite Dragon Ball History is what I would consider hard content anymore. I think it's fairly entry level to mid level. I think when it first came out, the category challenges presented some interesting designs and things, but I don't think anymore it is what I would consider a ostensibly difficult, time. Obviously, we do have some missions we'll be completing here today. Those missions are to beat the event within 14 turns, to beat the event with 3 accelerated battle category characters, and then 3 all-out struggle category characters. So not too bad, honestly speaking. I think those challenges are fairly straightforward. We have characters kind of completing those categories, so the Super Saiyan 2 Gohans meet both requirements. The Kaiken Goku, he meets the requirements, and then we have obviously the other World Warriors Goku. The only Goku here who's not fulfilling the requirements, so therefore is one you can very easily replace, is the Int LR Super Saiyan Goku, largely just because I really wanted another unit to just safely shield all my units. But like I said, this event is not ostensibly super difficult, so you don't have to have Int LRSS Goku. In fact, you don't have to have realistically any of these units. This is a team almost far too over-equipped for this, but it should give you a good idea, I guess, of what you can potentially run to complete the stage. Look, overall the event is fairly long, I would say. At least it's got multiple phases. It's got in total 7 phases. So you start out against Caulifla, then Kale, then Super Saiyan Kale and Caulifla, then Kaba, then Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla, then Super Saiyan 2 Kale, and then hit. The fight ranges from the beginning with a 500,000 damage super attack all the way to hit at the end with just under 1 million. So not like they're not hitting for anything, but definitely not a red zone level kind of event. I think it's a fun event. I think it's always good to have these events. I think Infinite Dragon Ball History is a nice level of content that gives people a little bit of a break from the constant pushing of numbers and things. Gives people a good chunk of stones. So honestly, I'm fairly happy with this event. Like, I'm fairly happy with how it all came together. I like the event. I think it's a good concept. The enemies start out being immune to stunning. They then slowly pick up sealing and attack lowering, and then eventually they're just immune to everything. The only real gimmick is Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla. She can evade, slightly irritating, and then hit, who disables evasion and also locks character switching, which can also be quite irritating. He also has attack up of 5% with each turn passed, which makes him progressively stronger. But none of the bosses have a lot of health. By today's standards, they range between 12 to 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19 million being hit. So it's not like a huge amount of damage. It is just a fairly acceptable amount of damage. So I think for me overall, it was a fairly good process without, again, like I said, having any ostensible huge difficulties. I think for me overall, you don't have to run a team like this. Obviously, I think All Out Struggle and Accelerated Battle are hard teams to run together. Like, you're running these kind of categories together is always a little bit more difficult than it seems, because you always have like 4 who kind of meet the requirement, or 2, or you have units that cross or share, or so it is just a little bit difficult. All in all, my suggestion, as always, would be honestly just to give it a go and see how it is. and then consider splitting the teams if you're really struggling. Like, it's probably easier to run an all-out struggle team and then come back and just run a accelerated battle team, because chances are you're probably just going to have an easier time, realistically speaking. With that being said, I think that is pretty much everything. Like I said, there's not a lot more to kind of mention. I think everything here is fairly solid and good and consistent, and I think the team is performing at a good level. It's a very strong team, but again, not too many new units. It was nice because it enabled us to use the friend physical Gohan, so physical Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, and I think that was a lot of fun. So I did enjoy doing that. I think that was very good. But yeah, honestly, besides that, that is basically it. So let's see what happens, and yeah, otherwise that is it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments down below, and as always, I will see you guys in the next one. So until then, take care, stay safe, and as always, thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care, stay safe, and let me know if you need any help in the comments. Bye.